Hey beauties, welcome back to my channel. So today we are going to be talking about curly hair type. Basically, someone took the time to break up the different types of curly hair, aka the curl patterns, and put them into different categories. These different categories basically determine what your curly hair type is, and once you figure that out, you can figure out what products will work best for your specific curl pattern. The categories of curly hair are type 2, which is wavy, type 3, which is curly, and type 4, which is coily or kinky. Each of these categories is also broken up into a subcategory, which we will get into later in the video. The subcategory that you are a part of is determined by how wide your curl is. Although this might seem like a foolproof system, this is not an exact science, okay? It is completely possible for you to be in between categories or have multiple different curl patterns on your head. I do, a lot of people do, so that is completely normal. Do not worry. Also, I just want to say that there is no specific curl type or curl pattern that is better than the other. They're all different and they're beautiful in their own ways. So we're not going to be doing the whole good curls, good hair, bad hair thing like that. It's not a thing. All right. It's just not a thing. Knowing what your curly hair type is or what your curl pattern is will better equip you to take care of your curly hair and style it in a way that is best for your hair and most flattering for you. If you guys like these, in-depth explanation videos, then give it a big thumbs up and comment down below and tell me what else you guys want me to talk about, and I will make that happen. Also, if you have not already, make sure you subscribe to my YouTube channel because I upload videos every single day. And once you subscribe, make sure you ring the bell so that you get notified whenever I upload a video. So now that we've gotten all that out of the way, let's jump into the video. So the first thing that we're going to talk about is how do you find your curly hair type? The best way to find your curly hair type, number one, is to make sure that your hair is moisturized and free of any damage, because if you have any heat damage or anything like that, it can alter your results. It can make your curls looser, it can make your hair completely straight in some areas, and that will alter your results and it won't be accurate. If you do have heat damage or chemical damage, any kind of damage on your hair, I personally recommend cutting off the damaged part and then waiting about 3 months or so for your hair to grow back before you try and figure out what your curly hair type is, because that will give your hair time to regenerate, and that new growth is what you're going to want to test. During the time that your hair is growing, you should stay away from heat tools, blow dryers, flat irons, diffusers, all that, and you should also deep condition regularly, which you should really be doing anyway, but to each their own, and use protective styles, buns, braids, faux locks. Any kind of protective style that will keep your hair safe and away from the elements is super great, especially if you're trying to grow your hair out. Once your hair is in its healthiest state, you'll be able to figure out what your curl pattern is with the most accuracy. A common sign of heat damage is having really curly hair at the root, but having straight hair at the bottom. So now I'm going to go over the different types of curl patterns, and you can figure out which one is right for you by looking at the characteristics of your hair and seeing which category you match up with. So our first category is type 2, and this is the wavy category. Wavy hair has more of an S-shaped curl, and it's in between being straight and being curly. Type 2A wavy hair means your hair is almost straight, but it has a really loose curl. Type 2B wavy hair means that you have more defined waves, almost like a braid out. And then type C wavy hair means you have some ringlets in your hair, but most of your hair is just defined waves. So we have almost straight but with a loose wave, defined waves, and then ringlets with some waves. Many women or men who have type 2 curly hair are called out for having wavy hair, not curly hair, or hair that is more manageable, which can be true sometimes, but not all of the time. People with type 2 wavy hair usually have problems with frizz, and their hair is a lot less dense, meaning that it's thinner. So this means that it's really easy for people with type 2 hair for it to get weighed down. So you want to be careful with how much product you're putting in and what kinds of products you're using. If you have type 2 hair, I recommend using leave-in conditioners, water-based leave-in conditioners, and or mousse, and that'll give your hair a gentle hold without weighing it down too much. Moving on to type 3, and type 3 is curly hair. If you have type 3 hair, then your hair is a lot more defined than the type 2 wavy hair. Type 3A curly hair have very large spirals. Type 3B curly hair, your spirals are a little bit smaller but still pretty loose. And then type C curly hair means that your spirals are really tight and really defined. A common problem for people who have type 3 curly hair is actually getting good definition for their curls, because even though they have a really nice natural shape, their hair can usually be overly dried or over processed or not moisturized enough, so the hair isn't able to retain that shape. For people with type 3 curly hair, I recommend using cream to give your curls definition and using a little bit of gel to keep the frizz away. Personally, I am in between 3A and 3, it depends. I have 3C curls in the back of my head, and then 3B and 3A as you get, closer to the front of my hair. So I'm in the 3 range, in between all 3. So like I said, it is completely normal to be in between categories. It's okay. You're not a freak, trust me. And the last type of curly hair is actually coily and or kinky hair. The biggest problem that people with this type of hair experience is shrinkage. Because your hair is so tightly coiled and so defined, your hair, even if it's under your butt, will shrink up to your neck. If you have type 4A coily hair, then your hair is similar to corkscrews. If you have type 4B coily hair, then your curls are even tighter, and they'll probably look like the spring that you find in a lot of mechanical pencils or pens, that little spring inside. That's what your curls look like. And people with type 4C coily hair are similar to type 4B, but their hair is usually a lot denser. So when you get to 4C, it's usually very thick, very dense, super coily hair. Another really big problem for people who have kinky or coily hair is detangling. Because your hair is so tightly coiled, it can be really hard to detangle. So I recommend investing in a really good conditioner that has a lot of slip. Also, I have found in my research that the LOC method of moisturizing and styling your hair works really well for people with type 4 hair, and I do have a video on that. I will link it in the cards for you if you want to check that out. Well, you guys, that is it for this video. I didn't want it to be too long, but I did want to give you all of the information. Knowing your curly hair type is really helpful when it comes to figuring out what kind of products that you want to use, how you want to style your hair, because it all matters. And I know it seems like a lot. I know it's a lot to process, but trust me, knowing all of this about your curly hair will really make it easier for you to take care of it and for it to thrive and for you to grow it as long as you want to, because that is an option for everyone. Curly hair grows just like straight hair does. So I'm here to give you the tools to master your curly hair and keep it from falling off of your head. So remember, if you like these kinds of videos, make sure you give it a thumbs up so that I know that you like it and I can keep doing them. Comment down below what else you guys want me to talk about so I can start researching and I will do that for you. And make sure that if you have not subscribed to my channel, that you subscribe to my channel and turn on my post notifications so that you never miss an upload, because I upload videos every single day. I say that all the time. But thank you so much for watching. I love you so much, and I will see you tomorrow in my next video. Bye guys.